We interrupt your regularly scheduled program for this special report.
Are you ready? Hey, think you can tell us what to do? You think you can tell us what to wear? You think that you're better? Well, you better get ready. Bow to the masters.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to your normal program, and this is your host, Michael Rogers. Today, I've got a very special guest that I've been wanting to get on here for a very long time. Schedules sometimes don't line up, whatever. Stephen Jarrell.
Hey,
I've known him since I was a kid. Uh, he was a kid, obviously. uh, man, today is a very important day in our nation's history. It has shaped our childhoods. Um, it's not the 4th of July or any of that worthless crap. Today is WrestleMania. I'm kind of out of the loop on wrestling for the past couple years. Which WrestleMania is this, Steven? Do you know?
you put me on the spot. It's all right though.
Well, I know you're a huge wrestling fan.
Yeah, I want to say is I don't even want to say honestly
What was it?
because
82 or 83 was the first one. So it'd be
I want to say it's 40 something.
Yeah.
I know it's 40 something because they had they do it in Roman numerals,
Oh, okay.
and I'm not good with Roman numerals.
Yeah, me neither.
But if I had to guess, I would say 42.
Probably 41, 42.
Yeah.
Uh, you I've only seen some advertising for it, on 30-second videos. Or do you think that there's going to be any retro bringbacks, like some old school wrestlers might come back tonight and make a special appearance or anything? Or?
It's always great when they do.
I know, man.
AJ Lee's wrestling now, and she was brought back, and also Paige came back. I didn't see it, but she came back yesterday.
Paige.
She's they made a movie about The Rock made a movie about her. It's called Fighting with My Family, and she's from
Is she kin to Dwayne?
no
Oh no.
no but
I call him Dwayne.
yeah.
No.
But first, I'm really nervous, and I want to thank you for letting me on here. And I brought you a gift,
Hey, man.
and I wanted to give it to you on camera.
No, man, for real?
Yeah, it's one of the biggest moments in wrestling history, I think.
Oh,
I'm a card
what?
collector.
No way,
And
man.
I just want to give that to you as a gift.
I can't take it, Steven.
Yeah, you can. It's Hulk Hogan slamming Andre the Giant.
Oh, I was just listening to something about him and King Kong Bundy.
They were in a cage match, and
yeah, dude. No way.
yeah.
Are you for real, man?
I'm for real. I just want to say thank you for letting me be on here, and
Dude, no
it's
way.
just a little gift.
That's sick, Steven. Man, I appreciate that, dude.
You're welcome.
Look at that. That is awesome, dude. I'm gonna put that in my safe.
Well, thank you.
Man, I appreciate that, brother.
You're welcome.
Thank you, man. No, man, I've been wanting to get you on here, and I feel kind of like a butthole because I didn't get you the
No. When wrestling for me, I love wrestling, and I want to say I'm not an expert on wrestling, but I have a love-hate relationship with wrestling because the people that come and win, I hate that they win sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's not all I love wrestling. It's when you love something, it comes with the.
Of course, yeah. I love my wife, but I hate her. No, I'm kidding. I feel that way with music, man.
With music,
I have a spiritual thing with music, and sometimes it fills my spirit, and sometimes it drains it, and it can put me in a very good place or a bad place. But the thing with wrestling though is, man, is like I feel you because I really, really like Stone Cold Steve Austin. I always have, but I really hate him too. Like I would hate because man, I'd really be into like say the storyline of like um Triple H and Stephanie, like we were talking about, like early days, and then he was like a heel on both sides, but he was like always over, but he was
Always.
always a heel,
Yeah.
and it was like you loved to hate him.
Right.
Some days you wanted to see him come through that crowd while somebody's up there and they're doing like the favorite part of your story, and then he hit him with a stunner. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and but what's your love hate like? Like, is it the same kind of thing?
Yes, he was stunning Steve Austin, and he had long blonde hair when
Yeah,
he
yeah,
started,
yep,
and he was a Paul Heyman guy.
yep.
Um, my hate relationship with it is kind of like I explained it like pizza. I love food, and it's a comfort food for me. And when I get uncomfortable, I watch wrestling.
And eat pizza.
Well,
I do the same.
sometimes when it's WrestleMania,
That's right. That's funny.
but it's a comfort for me. It makes me comfortable.
Hmm. I tell you, like, my my diet and work, like, I'm right there with you on that because I will wake up in the morning and concentrate so much on today. I'm gonna take in very few calories. I'm gonna go to the gym when I get off work, and then I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna fight that urge, man, because I like to eat. Like I love, man, that's one of my favorite things in the world. But like, I'll get off, I'll go work out 2 or 3 hours after work and just be drenched. Come home, eat like a salad for dinner, and then like 8 o'clock, I'm like, let's crash out. Like not go to sleep. I mean, like let's crash out into a bag of Doritos and some ice cream and maybe some pizza that's in the refrigerator. Like, man, I struggle with that like really bad, and that's why I don't think I've ever made it to the WWF or WWE. No, I'm playing. I would never go.
Well, I sent you a video. I made a documentary that's unreleased.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I don't have an iPhone, so I'm trying to watch it on my Android.
Okay.
But I think I can pull it through my desktop
Okay.
and watch it right there. But
And I saw the training of wrestlers because it was a school. It
what?
was tried and true and Crimson that was in TNA. Um, he ran the school, and I saw what just a glimpse of what wrestlers do, and I know I could never do that.
No,
Um,
no.
they go through hell,
Yeah.
and
Do,
they love it.
do you know Luscious?
I do know
Are
Luscious.
you? I went and watched him wrestle down the road here a couple months back, man, and I don't think so. I don't think so. Not for me. You know what I mean? We used to wrestle on a trampoline in the backyard. You know, we had two trampolines set up at one time. We'd wrestle off both, like, man. And that was when I was a kid, and we'd come off that sucker hurting. You know,
Oh yeah.
I accidentally sweet chin music one of my buddies as he was jumping off of. He had a shed, and he jumped off of it, and he was trying to do like some kind of frog splash, like Rob Van Dam or something,
Mm-hmm.
and I just pushed myself up off of him and hit him with dude. And when I did, we never tried to hurt each other, but we would go pretty extreme. You know
Oh
what I mean?
yeah.
Like
I remember hitting a friend in the head with the metal sheet pan on the trampoline.
thinking that this ain't gonna hurt. Ah! Hey, I caught him, dude, as he was coming off of a shed to like do like this, and I kicked him right, dude. When I'm telling you, the top of his head touched between his shoulder blades,
Ooh.
and me and his brother pit like total accident, man. You know, I'm a total accident. He like that bounced off a trampoline, hit the ground. Instantly, we were done playing.
Oh yeah.
We grabbed him and you know the two boys, but like we grabbed him, dude, and picked him up, and he was borderline in and out. And when he finally come back to, he was like, "Oh man, that was, so, well, I was like, man, I'm sorry, but well, we looked over and his ear was bleeding from the inside. I was like, oh,
Ooh.
maybe we should get your mom to take you to the hospital. 5 minutes later, dude, trying it again. Like we used to do back, but we were 9 or 10 years old.
Oh
We
yeah,
were,
yeah.
maybe 11 or 21. I mean, it went on for a
Yeah.
while. But so you did a documentary on like the underground backwood, not backwoods, but like the nitty gritty of training.
Yes.
That's sick.
I didn't put a lot of the actual push-ups.
Right.
The I did the running the ropes. I didn't. I videoed it all.
Did you take part in something like doing any training or no?
No, not
No,
at all.
no.
Um, I learned life lessons,
Of course.
and and I ask people, what's your first memory of wrestling? And I wanted to ask you, what's your first memory of wrestling?
First memory of wrestling. Um, man, I was telling you that one of my childhood memories was playing that Sega wrestling game at your house when we were kids. But that wasn't my first wrestling memory. But that's something about that stands out to me. Like I remember like what your parents' house and stuff looked like inside, like where that TV was, like your bedroom was upstairs. I remember like we would go down in that den and play that. And but man, my first memory of wrestling, Tracy Smothers.
Oh wow.
My dad and them knew him,
Okay.
and I watched him, man, I think in Jackson or Memphis. Like
Oh
we all went down there, and it wasn't WWF, or it was like some local ring. But that guy made it to the WWF,
yes, he did.
and this was 93, 92. It was before my little brother was born, so it had been like 1992. I was young, and we went down there and watched him. And I don't really remember like a lot about it. I do remember that the venue felt huge, but I've drove back past that venue now, and it's not. It ain't that. It's about as big as the center is up here in town.
Okay.
But man, when I was a kid, it felt like what, like there's millions of people here watching, and we didn't sit close. I do remember like barely seeing it, but like I remember when Tracy Smothers come out, my dad was like, I know that boy. We've worked out together and stuff for it. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Being a kid, man, just a kid. But I think the first time I watched wrestling like on TV and thought like this is where it's at, it had to have been the Hart brothers, early Shawn Michaels, like early before he was ever like a sex symbol and all that. It was like they were all super young. But whoa, what's your first?
Thank you. It's first of all, I love Tracy Smothers and rest in peace.
Yeah, and to Kyle even, man. His son
Oh yeah, his son
passed
as
away too,
well.
man.
That
Yeah,
that rest in peace to him
yeah,
too.
man. I hung out with Kyle for a little while back in our early 20s and stuff. We
Okay.
were around each other a little bit, but yeah, that. So my bad.
It's
That's
okay. It was my dad would take me to wrestling as a kid, but that's not the first memory that stuck out to me. The first memory that stuck, or one of the memories that stuck out to my dad was they would yell at my dad, and I would jump up and say, "You want a piece of me?"
that's crazy. At WWF?
No, at the
Oh,
center.
at the center. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
and he thought that was the funniest thing ever. But what really caught me was 1998 WrestleMania, Hawk and Animal, and Sonny came out, the entrance, and the entrance just stuck in my head. I was with friends, and that's what wrestling's about, camaraderie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it was 1998, and that's when I really said, this is for me.
That's
Like,
what.
I'm a fan now.
Yeah,
Like, I was a fan before, but I'm a diehard
like a
fan
die.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Man, I think as far as something like that now, like when I became a fan of wrestling, was the first time I ever saw that green light go. Dun-dun-dun.
I know exactly what you're talking
DX,
about.
man.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
when it was like, okay, this is a lifestyle. Like this, man. Like that was prime time.
Oh,
That was
yes.
prime time. I'll ride around and listen to the DX, the original D Generation X theme song in my like when I'm driving. I listen. That thing is sick.
I love Xbox one, too. Xbox.
X Pac. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It was
Man,
similar. The two songs are similar.
X Pac was maybe my favorite member of that group.
And he was in NWO.
Yeah, well, yeah, well,
And he was 6.
yeah. Black and white or black and red?
Oh, man. If I answer this wrong, I might end up in a body bag. Because I was black and red.
Both,
Right. Yeah.
both, both,
Yeah, that's
both. To
true.
me, both. Black and red. Sting looked way cooler. Like, um, black and red, man. Yeah, yeah. Nash, like, come on, man. Yeah. But both,
Yeah,
both,
both. Because
both.
what a amazing time to be alive
What you say?
and watch that.
Yeah.
Um,
You remember when DX brought the army tank to the WCW and all that?
they
Like
couldn't get any better than that.
never, ever, ever, ever. But it kind of, I mean, dude, that was 10 or 11 years span there.
Oh, yeah.
That was just like, what is going on here? Like, I was talking to a buddy of mine the other day about some wrestling, and I was like, man, they were like, man, who's your favorite wrestlers? I was like, man, I can't say I have favorites. But like, I was like, but do y'all remember the Godfather? And they were like, who? And I'm like, the Godfather, man, the Ho Train. Y'all, like, you don't remember the Ho? You do you?
Oh,
Oh, I
yeah.
know you do. I
Yeah.
mean, come on, that was like such a crazy character. I was like, do y'all remember Val Venus? And they were like, who? And I'm like, Val Venus, man, come on.
Yeah,
Your mama
Valvinus.
liked him. You know what I'm saying? That's people's mamas like Val
Oh,
Venus. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah.
they knew what they was doing with Val.
Hmm.
But where's that cat at now? You know what I mean? Like, where are those guys? I need to probably do a deep dive. Like, I like to go back and look up people. Like, I get brought in on Google, and I'll look up like a show that I watched as a kid, and then I'll go and click on cast and be like, oh, where are these people now? Like every one of them. I need to see where like. I wonder if that guy's still alive, man.
I think he is. And also, when you're mentioning those guys, I remember Disco Inferno.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he still wrestles. If I could be wrong, with wrestling, there's, like I said, I'm not an expert.
Right.
I'm a
A
fan,
fan. Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
but wrestlers, they're fans too.
Yeah.
But they're fans that give their life
Yeah.
to wrestling,
Yeah.
and
The
that's the
difference.
separation between. That's how it all works.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's fans and there's wrestlers.
Yeah. I always liked remember Hurricane?
Hurricane,
Yeah,
yes,
remember he did the
yeah.
man, that dude was good. RVD was always one of my favorites.
Oh yeah,
Rob
Rob
Van
Van
Dam was
Dam.
cold, dude. Yeah. I always felt like and of course if I have a top 5, Jeff Hardy's in it.
Oh,
100%. Matt and Jeff, awesome. The Hardy Boys, awesome. But mostly Jeff.
from North Carolina.
Yeah, Jeff Hardy was. I mean, he did. Don't get me wrong. He was a huge star, but he should have been like even way bigger than he was, even though he was huge. Man, I feel like he carried a lot of that show for a while.
He needs to be in the Hall of Fame.
100%.
I think he wants him and his brother going together.
I agree with that. The Hardy Boys, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
That like their walk in. Come on, man.
Yeah. And I also want to shout out Batman Johnny B, because he was the IWF tag team champion for over 6 months.
Johnny B?
Yes.
Johnny B?
Yeah.
Why? What's the thing with him and Luscious, man?
Well,
Are they ever going to wrestle together again?
That's up to the wrestling world. That's
Yeah.
the myth behind it.
I liked him.
Which, going into myth, I wanted to go over some terms with you. That I don't know. Have you ever heard of the term mark?
Mark.
Like that,
wrestling term?
Yeah, that fan's a mark.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I don't know if I should give it away. I can tell you if you want me to.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Mark means in the early 1900s, late 1800s, it was a circus carnival wrestling.
Right.
And Mark was somebody with chalk on their hand or something white would see the person with money, put it on their hand, put their hand on their back, and mark them. And that they knew that person had extra money, and they would do more for that person. I think
that's wild.
But that's where Mark comes from, and that's what I've heard, and it's a it's also means a huge fan that believes in it.
Yeah.
And I just think it's interesting.
And you think that's what happened with that?
With what?
With the whole Johnny B and Luscious.
Oh no, this is totally different. This is totally different.
Oh. I thought maybe it was something that like they have like a pretext storyline that can go
They
up.
do have a pretext storyline. And you know about it.
I know.
They were a couple.
Yeah, I talked to Luscious, man.
Yeah.
I just, for the wrestling fans, they're never wrestling. No, I'm scared. I'm joking. Yeah, man. Like I said, I'd been wondering because I used to go watch them every now and again when they were a tag team partner.
Yeah.
Ship, right? Tag team partnership.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, man, but Johnny, I know that's kind of a distance thing too, probably. So, I'm just glad they put it down here near my house now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like going down. My daughter likes going down there. She's like, Daddy, they're big. I'm like, yeah, there's some big old boys, and I never thought she would have liked it. She loves it. So
I went to a wrestling event and I saw a man. This doesn't have to do with anything. It's just random.
Yeah.
I saw a man get thrown out of the ring with a rope around his neck, and he actually went unconscious.
Oh man.
And then a riot broke out.
Like a real one.
A real riot.
Oh, wow.
And there was no security. There was no police officers. There was security for wrestling.
Yeah.
There were no police officers.
Was that here?
No, that was in Ashland City.
Oh. Well, that's no good.
It was scary because
I bet.
It's a riot.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody's gonna get yanked.
And there should have been police officers.
Just
there.
let me get out. Let me grab my kids and get out. I ain't with it. And if you try to stop me, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna turn into a real riot. But no, man. Like I said, the whole no security, people getting injured, stuff like that. Them guys, and like you saying, the guy went unconscious with the rope around his neck. You ever were you ever a big like DDP fan? You like
Yes.
Diamond Dallas Page? Well, you know about his yoga and stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
So like that dude could hardly move anymore, man. Man, those guys beat themselves to death. Mick Foley,
They
come
love
on,
it.
man.
That's their life.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
their life.
yeah. But
That's the separation.
people think, oh, that's fake. It's no, no, no. Them boys are not like that stuff's hard. You don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I would never want to do it. Now, would I like to be a WWF superstar? Of course.
Yeah.
I don't call it WWE. It's
You're gonna have
WW.
to beep out the WW. Beep.
Yeah, it's WWF. It's just WWF.
Now they used to say get the F out when it's
Yeah.
WWE.
What? It don't roll off the tongue as good.
Right.
I actually, that's about like around the time I was like, you know, like they don't change the soup. You know what I mean? The soup's good. Campbell's, come on, man. Like WWE, like that was a thing all in itself too. You
Yes,
know,
it was
just
huge.
yeah, like just having the. I think that branding, and Vince McMahon knows about this. Branding is everything, down to the name,
Oh yeah.
down to the letters in the like WWF. That just sounds good. WWE, it's lackluster. You know what I mean?
I do understand what you're
Like,
saying. Yeah.
but yeah, man, and like
But
TNA's awesome. I
NWA.
NWA,
Oh.
NWO.
NWO for life.
Yeah, yeah, straight up. But nah, man, you ever do you know who Will Sasso is? Don't you?
Yes.
You ever hear his Hulk Hogan?
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Talking about Will Sasso, he was in Ernest Goes to School, and he was a young Will Sasso.
huh?
It's funny. I
He's
love
a,
Ernest.
he's one of my favorite comedians. Will
Will
Sasso.
Sasso, yeah,
He's so good. He's so good.
he
You ever
is.
listen to the 10 Minute Podcast?
No,
What?
I don't
You know,
do
like
podcasts.
really?
I mean, I'm doing one, yeah,
Yeah.
but I haven't watched
Yeah, I
one.
don't watch anybody's. That's like all I watch. Man, it really is because I don't watch anything anymore. I just put a podcast on, throw my phone over there, and just listen to it while I'm doing stuff.
hmm
But like, but yeah, man, no, he Will Sasso, he's a pot, but they only last 10 minutes,
Oh,
which is
okay.
what's beautiful about it. But and then he'll play Hulk Hogan and stuff on it. And did you ever see the dudesy thing he did?
Not off the
Hey,
top of my head.
this was probably 2000, 2001. He entrepreneur or he like pioneered. I don't know why I said entrepreneured. That ain't even the word. He pioneered like the first AI podcast.
Oh,
Him and his friend. So they handed their phones over to an AI system, and it knows everything they do, see, touch, look at, send each other, and it generates a podcast. And they still, it's called Dudesy. It
huh.
generates this pod. Now they sit here like this, but the host of it is an AI generated voice, and it just goes through all their stuff and asks them questions, and it sets up stuff that challenges for them. They have like they might tell them one day because of what him and his friends all tell. They'd be like, um, the next show, Will, you have to come in dressed as Sting and do Macho Man's voice the
Huh.
whole time, and Chad has to not laugh ever one time, and if so, y'all have to smoke so many bowls of marijuana that your eyes close, and then can do like it's really running their podcast like and their life kind of. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like
Yeah. We've
throughout
talked a lot about AI.
yeah, yeah, it's a but it's hilarious, you know, because it's Will Sasso.
Oh yeah.
But like
Will Sasso, great comedian.
he was on didn't when he on WrestleMania dressed as Stone Cold one time?
I think so.
It was like a bit they
Yeah, I
did.
think so.
Or maybe it wasn't Wrestle. I know he was on there though,
On
but
wrestling,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. He always wanted to be a wrestler. He said, but he
And
just never did. Like he could, but he just never really went for it. But he was like, man, I always loved the thought of being that. He said he was gonna name it, or his wrestling name would be Softcore Sasso, which is funny. Who do you think? Who's the best? Who do you think had like the best name of a wrestler throughout WWE, WCW, any of them?
This is gonna take me a minute. Just
Or like who was your favorite? Like
I,
obviously it was obviously a gimmick.
it was because my dad's in music.
Mm-hmm.
Disco Inferno was
I
he
like
was
that.
my
I
guy.
like that. I like that. I liked him. Or as far as name, like name versus the get up versus like their clothing, just the whole image of it. Um, I liked. Um, let's see. I want to say, dang, what was that boy's name, man? He he was early. I guess he was early WWE. Um, golly, I can't think of what his name is. But I thought at the time, man, they had like that was gonna, but and he didn't really last for long. Um, man, I feel like a
It'll come to you.
yeah, because I had that in my brain, and I was thinking, man, that was like a great gimmick, but I don't think it ever went anywhere, and it was short lived. Uh, I feel like he was Scotty.
Scotty Too Hotty,
Yeah, and Grandmaster.
Sexay.
Yeah. Which I guess that did last a little while.
Oh
But
yeah.
then it just like, but I didn't like Rikishi.
Okay.
I liked them two because that was like, but then I feel like because of them, John Cena came with the whole. That was like the first time I'd ever seen like cool hipness in it, like dancing and like they had a whole little thing, the gimmick,
Yeah.
where when they came in, they did the worm and the dun dun dun. But I didn't like. I won't lie. I didn't like Rikishi's character part of it. I always felt like it was just kind of out of spot. Like it didn't fit. You got the
WWE is notorious for doing that though.
yeah,
Putting people together you never thought would go
yeah.
together.
Like it was like you had a guy that was a big Samoan tribal looking guy with two guys that break dance.
Uh, he grew up breakdancing.
Really? See,
Rikishi
I
did.
don't know these things,
Yeah,
man.
he grew up breakdancing. I saw in a video,
Hmm.
and it's Brian Christopher,
Okay.
and that's Jerry Lawler's son.
You
And
talking about Grandmaster?
yes, Sexay, and he passed away. Rest
Who?
in peace to Brian Christopher.
When?
Years ago.
Uh, I remember. You remember? Billy Gunn.
Yes,
Is it true that he had cancer and died?
Billy Gunn is still alive.
See, man, I look at too much fake. I could have swore I seen that back in like 2015 or 14.
I go on the internet and
Look
they
up wrestlers.
they say people are dead when they're not,
Yeah.
and I don't know why people do that.
What happened to Brian Christopher?
I
That
know
is.
he was in jail,
Mm.
and I think that's what happened. He died in jail.
Didn't Jerry Lawler pass away?
No, Jerry Lawler's still
He's
alive.
still alive.
He had some health problems.
Okay.
Now I could be wrong. I'm not an expert, like I
No,
say.
the Jim Ross, he passed away, didn't he?
Jim Ross is still alive.
Wow, man. I feel like some of these guys I've heard have passed for some reason. I don't know.
Well, unfortunately, in wrestling, people die too early.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
but anybody you're a fan of is always too early, no matter what age they
Of
are.
course. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, like the saying, um, "Only the good die young." I think that means only the good die young at heart
Yeah. I feel that, man.
because they're not always old or young.
Yeah. Then you get people like Mick Jagger and them are still kicking around here.
The
It's like
Rolling Stones,
they said that what was their guitar player's name?
Keith Richards.
Yeah, they said that he's on like dialysis every day
Oh wow.
or like 2 days. Man, chalk it up, Keith. You know, man, I wouldn't want to be hooked to a machine doing that every 2 days to stay alive. I'm good. You know what I mean? I'll.
I would like to live forever. That's just I would love to live forever.
I think the thought of it, but look at it like this: if you do any kind of media, or if computers and electronics and stuff become a permanent thing forever from here, when will live in perpetuity, anyways.
What does that mean?
It means that because we do media and make podcasts,
Oh,
and
we'll live forever.
well, your
And
image and your voice
yeah,
will.
yeah.
I That's one reason I was telling my buddy. I was like, man, one reason that that I wanted to start doing media, or podcast, whatever, was because if I had kids one day, I would want, like, wouldn't it be cool if, say, your parents, my parents, since they were 30, recorded their whole life, and then once they did pass, you could always go back like, man, what was my dad thinking at one point? Like, you could sit there and watch your dad just talk to his buddy and hear him and see him, and kind of like connect with that
That's
again.
endearing.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think.
yeah. Like, there's people that I loved and knew my whole life and stuff that had died and passed away. I can't remember what their voice sounds like. I can't. Sometimes I forget like what they looked like until I see them again. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that brings back good memories you had with people and stuff too. But like, you know, as far as living forever, nobody's done it, buddy.
Well,
Yeah,
putting your soul into a computer is impossible right now,
yeah.
but it
Right now,
won't be impossible later.
that's what Neuralink's about, man.
Oh, Neuralink, I have a theory that everybody will be born with Neuralink in their head in the future. And my theory goes they're born with it. It's in everybody's head, but it's so common that they're born with it and it's not implanted in their head.
I think being born is about to be a thing of the past.
Oh, I don't like that.
I'm just saying, man.
Yeah, it's like the Matrix.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Guys can get pregnant by other guys and have a baby in them. Mean to think that they? I'm telling you, dude. I think AI is on a fast track to all us. You know what I'm saying? There'll be some left, but they'll be so heavily in taken over by AI by then. Like you were saying, they'll be born with that. Man, there ain't nobody gonna be born anymore. It's gonna be you're gonna be made.
Ugh,
Whoop. Like, you can grow a human in a petri dish already.
yeah.
Come on, man. Like, hey, I want to get on up out of here before that happens. You know what I'm like, for real. Man,
We were
no.
talking about AI being different dimensions. I think
Hmm.
that's interesting too to think about because I do the music on AI
Yeah.
and I put it in there, it makes it instantly. What if somebody paused time because time can be paused by some people, I think, and they
Yes.
can make the song however long they want. It doesn't take them, and then they put it in there. I just don't understand AI.
No. I think it's cool. I think it's neat, and that's where we need to leave it. Like, as far like what you do with it, man, you're not harming nothing. You're just because it's your hot, like you like it. You know, back when I'm sure that you were a lot like me, even though like we didn't really hang out a lot and stuff in high school. Like around that time was when I got into digital art and stuff, and like do I think 3D printing is awesome? Yeah, that stuff is sick, man. My daddy was a mill, like he does, like he would take a block of aluminum and on a computer type thing and make like anything that he wanted to out of that. You
That's
know, with
amazing.
jets and lasers and all like. But that, you know, and I think it's all good to have for creativity.
Oh yeah.
But should we be letting AI tell us anything about anything? No.
Is who's controlling it first of all,
Yeah,
and I think I'm a paranoid guy,
me too.
and I think that the news, just like They Live. You ever seen They Live with Rowdy Piper?
Mm-mm.
Oh my goodness, he puts on glasses and he sees obey,
Oh yeah,
and he sees the aliens that are in there. But if he takes off his glasses, right, they're normal people.
yeah.
You got to see They Live.
They live,
Yes. And but what I'm going with is I honestly think the news and all programming has been AI for a long time.
of course.
And I
50 years,
oh
buddy.
yeah, if not longer.
Yeah.
And I think that it's been done by either the armed forces or the government or both combined.
I had to tell my children the other day. My daughter tries to argue with me. She's 8. She thinks that everything that her teachers tell her or the public school system is 100% fact. You're not to question it or anything. And I'm not saying that they don't teach you things in school that aren't real. Question everything. You better.
Oh yeah.
You better.
Oh yeah.
Eleanor, you better. But and I'm not saying what I think is right, but I had to explain her today because I like to mess with my daughter about flat Earth. Stephen, I don't know what I believe about that. I think there's good arguments on everybody's side.
I agree with
I don't
that.
think I have a lot of thoughts on space. I could just tell you it'd be a 7 hour podcast. I'm not gonna go in on that. But my daughter thinks that I'm crazy because she's like, Dad, when you're wrong about Earth and blah blah. And I was like, Eleanor, and she was like, NASA. They told us in school like NASA takes pictures of the Earth from that. I was like, NASA was started by Warner von Braun and Nazi like captured Nazi scientists. I don't trust anything from there on out. Uh, they should have took that guy and executed him for what he did in Germany. You know what I mean? You don't bring him over here and let him start some non-track. They don't even track the money that goes to NASA. Dog, no, 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 no. I You mean to tell me this guy was over here systematically killing 6 million people with Adolf Hitler, and y'all gonna bring him here and be like, "Hey man, here's all the money in the world. We're gonna go see what's up there." You're gonna start. Nope, I don't trust anything. And hey, they may have done very great things as a whole company of NASA or whatever that entity is. From the get go, they planted a bad seed in the ground, and that grew. Nope, you're not credible to me. Sorry. And maybe that is paranoia. And I'm not saying there aren't good people in NASA. I just don't think it's real. I think that's one of the biggest propaganda things in human history.
Well, going back to saying you don't trust everything you hear.
No,
Um,
trust
and
nothing
I'm
you
going to
hear.
bring up the Epstein files just for a second, if
Hmm.
that's okay. And
All means
from what I heard is they said marijuana is bad because it makes you question things.
good. I'm a bad person then. I'm horrible.
Well, what I'm
You
saying
know,
is, it's like maybe that's why it was illegal, so people won't question things.
It's illegal for 100 reasons, and I think
Right.
that may be one of them for sure. You know, it's it. What was it before like Reefer Madness and all that?
Oh yeah.
Man. So the first Ford fenders on Ford cars and trucks, you know what they were made by? Hemp.
Oh.
Hemp was going to put the lumber industry out of business. You can't have that, man. You know how many people have been cutting lumber since? I mean, they've been building houses since the 1300s. The lumber company can't take it. It's the same way with big pharma now. If people could have access, free range access to drugs, any drugs that you want, I'm a proponent of legalizing crack, heroin, meth, cocaine, DMT, mushrooms, acid, and any other drug that you want to do. But people are going to die when that happens.
Well,
But
apparently, Coca Cola.
had cocaine in it.
Well, yeah, but you drink it, you get diabetes. That kills people.
That's a drug.
Right. But
We talking about comfort food. When
yeah,
I eat, sometimes I get like a warm high feeling, and I'm like,
why is that legal? But something like crack or heroin isn't legal because in the long run, it'll do the same thing.
yeah. People that want to take themselves out are going to take themselves out anyways. And
I agree with
I
you.
don't mean to sound mean about that. I know drug addicts. I've known drug addicts. I've been a drug addict. I've been an alcoholic. I've been a lot of stuff, bro. The only thing that was bad about any of that is I couldn't just go to the store. Well, no, there was bad things about it, but like as far as me worrying about like, am I gonna get man? Sell it to people. Sell it if people want to snort their nose cavities out, they're gonna do it anyways.
If it's legal or not.
Yeah. I mean, you know what I mean? If people like to drink, they're going to do it anyway. And what do you think prohibition was about? Like, people smoke weed every single day, and what that is that's so that the government, I mean, the government needs your money, buddy. If they can arrest 500,000 people a year for a drug charge, that's money for them, you know. And
Yeah.
that gets you tied up in a system, and then you're giving money out. Nope.
And that's believing everything you hear with
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Yeah. I just now recently have started looking like, do you know that like when cops pull you, you know, cops are technically not allowed to pull you over.
I didn't know that.
Like in by law, and which law is also just a direct constitutional violation of of your rights, man. Like all these laws and stuff they sign, it's against the law to have window tint ticket. It's against the law to
How far are they going to take it?
no, those aren't law. That's not law. That's violation of law. Cops shouldn't. Cops, the Fraternal Order Police have no rights to stop you for like they aren't investigating, dude. It's all piracy, but it's so big. Who's gonna do anything about it?
I think
Nobody.
all police officers should be trained in mental health
I, I,
for a
yeah,
long amount of
100%.
time.
Every year or two, you should have to
Yeah.
get reevaluated. I also have a he's a family member now who's a police, and man, you know why? And the statement you just said, man, was what me and him were talking about. No, maybe you shouldn't be because maybe you shouldn't be in situations unless it's a dire emergency of ever being a police and having like hectic things happen to you. You know how many, and I hate to say this, you know how many times a cop be sitting in a gravel lot, car ride by normally, and he sees window tints too dark. He pulls out behind. He needs that $500 fine. Boy, got to have that for the state. I got to make a quota. He pull over the wrong car. on the window, roll down, clack, get shot and killed or something. Oh, then this a whole tragedy. Oh, it's a whole tragedy at that point. No, 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 because that police technically, if he knew what it said in his book and they actually took an oath like that what hadn't been like, uh rebutted years and years, like you can't do that, man, because that's all everything from when that cop was sitting there was illegal as far as what we pay them to do. We do not pay them to like pirate our roadways. Think about that. They're pirates, man. They really are. They're sitting in their little ships, and when your boat comes by, they got you. And what are you gonna do? You gonna fight them back? They'll kill you. They'll rip you out of the car, kill you, shoot you, arrest you, cost you $30,000 in court fines and fees.
It happens.
And they're not allowed to. They're technically not. That is not their job. They're public servants. If your truck, SUV, car, whatever you have, has a flat tire, they should be out there in the rain changing it for you. Now, if they see an active you strangling me in an alleyway, yes, that's when they are supposed to step in. They're not investigators. They're not detectives. They have no right actually to investigate you for nothing unless you're actively committing a crime that they can visibly see.
I heard that, and I hear you, and I think that um that police officers, like I have family that's police
Yeah,
officers as well. Um,
love them. Yeah,
and I just think that if they could understand why things are happening, like I have tint in my back windows. It's a wagon, by the way, and I support police officers
hmm,
just because they're my family.
I
But
understand them.
yeah, I got blacked out windows in the back, but that's because I carry groceries in the back, and I don't want the sun in them. I mean,
You should be able to black out your car as much as you want to.
my front window doesn't work, and I'm scared that they're gonna think I'm being like a jackass and say no, I can't roll down the window, and they break it out because it doesn't work.
That's when you
It's
get
just
pulled.
scary.
Next time you get pulled over, if you ever do again, just immediately open your door, kick your leg out, get back in the car. Like like that ain't
No,
what they're supposed to do, dog. That ain't what they're supposed to do, man.
I hate to cuss, but I'm a total bitch when it comes to police officers.
Hmm.
I do yes sir,
Oh, of
no sir,
course,
yes ma'am,
yes, of
no
course.
ma'am.
I do that with people. Now, cops, I get nervous around police.
I do too.
And I'll go ahead and put my hands on the steering wheel, have my license, everything. Like, yes, sir.
Roll down your windows.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, y'all want to search it? Go ahead. Ain't
yeah,
nothing in my car.
right.
Ain't nothing ever in my car.
Same here.
Tear it apart. But when you don't find nothing and you ruin my interior, you're gonna pay for it.
I
Yeah.
in Clarksville, I got pulled over, and they made me do they made me do the test, and they searched my car. It was two police officers, and and they said, "Are you always like that?" And I said, "Yeah." It's like they were questioning my personality. They said, "Are you always like this?" I'm like, "It's my
You don't like
personality."
me? Then get away from my vehicle and let me go and do what I was doing.
It was scary.
Of course, because you know they'll kill you, man,
I know.
and probably not suffer any real consequences. They're not. They're that man. Yeah, police, dude. That's such a. I understand why they are necessary, but if they did their job how they were actually meant to do, people wouldn't fear them. There wouldn't be any hostile feelings toward them. There wouldn't be nearly as many prisons built. there wouldn't be as many people in jail, but the state would be a whole lot poorer. Or you know,
Right. Unless they do pot, pot, sell pot for potholes. You heard about that? Where they make weed illegal and then all the money they make from pot, they put into
that's
pothole money.
awesome. That's
Yeah.
dude,
And they're
no,
trying to pass that.
awesome, cool. Like but also police need to understand they should not be able to pull you over for a light out over your license plate
Oh, yeah, I've had that happen.
or dude, no, no.
Right. It's something else. But Big Boss Man was a cop
Yeah,
in
Zach
wrestling.
Wrestling. Oh, well, brother, man, I'm glad you finally came on here, man.
Thank
I
you.
am, dude. Like,
Thank you.
um, you gonna go watch WrestleMania here in a little while, I
Yes,
guess.
I am.
Yeah, I actually might tune in tonight a little bit. I don't know.
Okay.
I got some more stuff I got to do here in a little bit. Probably gonna do a little live music video and stuff.
All right, great.
Um,
I want to say thank you for having me on.
man,
It's an honor.
dude, I wish me and you hung out more, dude. Because like I've told you before, man, growing up, even being friends with you since we was kids, man. Like I've always just liked the hell out of you, man. I've
Thank you.
always thought highly of you, your family, your mom, your dad, your sister, everybody. Like y'all, like you probably don't know it, man, but like when I grew up over in y'all's neighborhood, like man, I didn't have like too great of a parental life. You know what I mean? And I would see like how your parents were, and I was like, man, that's like that's what I'm saying, man. I don't know your mom and dad greatly, or even your sister, but like y'all just seem like a great family, dude.
Thank you.
And I appreciate you, man, and I love everything you do. Like you're even the AI, everything, man. Like, and I want to thank you for coming on
All
actually,
right.
because it's been cool, dude. And like I
You're
said,
welcome.
we'll definitely do more of them.
Okay.
Sure, man.
All right.